Okay, so I'm Grasswalker, welcome to an Omniscience draft event in Magic the Gathering Arena. I love these events. The shtick of it is that all of the cards cost nothing. You get 5 mana return for activatable abilities, and you only get 3 cards instead of the normal amount of cards. I barely have enough gold to get into this event. Barely. So we're lucky. But what you have to do is you have to get cards that get you other cards. So destroying all non-land permanents is huge. That's a clean reset of the board. I'm probably going to pick that. But, for example, Gravedigger. You play Gravedigger and then you get a creature from your graveyard and then everything costs 0. So the creature you just got... So say you have 2 Gravediggers. You go Gravedigger, another Gravedigger, and then something from the graveyard. All of a sudden you've gone 3 cards deep. What else do we have here? None of these draw cards. Sacrifice Alpha to a land draw card. That technically does it, but also not quite. I'm going to take Planar Cleansing. It's a hard reset on the board, and people just throw everything they have down. So that's pretty good. Exile a creature of Planeswalker that's black or red. That's a bit dangerous. Shuffle the graveyard into the library. You could put their crab cards back. 2 damage, but that costs 6. We don't actually have 6 mana. Counter a spell unless they pay 4. You get 5 mana return, so that's bad. Nothing here seems very good. Each creature you control impact mass gets +1. Unsummon does nothing. Negate's okay, actually. Negate isn't too bad if they have non-creature spells you want to counter. There's nothing else here, so I'm going to take Negate. Alright. Let's look for stuff that draws cards. That's what we need. Growth cycle buffs, Fermentation buffs. Destroy a land is useless. No one has lands. Destroy a creature that's dealt damage. That's okay-ish. Epicure of Blood might be passable. It's a 4/4. Sages are a denizen. They mill 2. Foot Soldier. I mean... It does get you more Foot Soldiers, and then the first one you play gets you all of them from your deck. That could be good. Season of Growth, when you use a creature, is scry 1. That's card selection. Whenever you target a creature, draw a card, and you could instantly play it. There's a chance that Season of Growth is really good if you have spells that you care about with that. I'm torn between the Foot Soldier and the Season of Growth. I'm not sure if there's going to be more Foot Soldiers coming around. So we're going to take a chance on the Season of Growth. Bounce 3 creatures, that's not very good because they just play them again. This could be crazy because each player discards the hand and draws 7 and everything costs 0, so I'll get a chance to just instantly play all of those. So I'm just going to take Dragon Mage. 7 cards, that's a lot of cards. And I get to play my 7 before they get their 7. So what have we got here? Blightwood Tracker. Technically, it wouldn't be usable because you only get 5 mana return. If you have another one, you draw a card. Magic Core Set 20 is not actually a good set for this. It doesn't have much stuff that just cycles itself. Whenever an opponent is dealt damage, it gets +3. It's looking like it might be the Spider. Maybe the Tracker. You get 5 mana return. Okay, we've lost connection. Magic Arena, please. Don't do this. Alright, I appreciate being messed around. Back in the draft we go. Okay, so Miscreant probably isn't very good because you need 2. You only have a starting hand of 3. Giving anything flying is not very good. Maybe Mammoth Spider is what we take just because it's a big body. Here we go, -4, draw a card. So it does something, and then it replaces itself. Soul Salvage, get 2 creatures back, and you just instantly play the creatures. I'm torn between Befuddle and Soul Salvage. I think I'm going to take the Salvage. Alright, return a creature or land, gain 6 life. So you bring something back of your choice, gain 6 life, and then you just play it. Because why wouldn't you? There's the second Foot Soldier we could have had. These skeletons might be annoying with the 5 free mana every turn. I think the pulse is going to be quite good. We need something to put stuff in our graveyard, though. Alright, what have we got here? Gains flying, gain control of a creature. When you play blue creatures. Squad captain's probably not going to be very good. You only have a hand of 3 cards. Destroy tapped creature might be passable. But why destroy tapped creature when you can just have a 3/5? There's not a lot of stuff that's bigger than that. Torn between a removal and a spider. We do already have a spider, so I'll grab the removal. We'll see how that goes. Alright, now we're getting into the bad situation. Thinking Thicket Crasher here. The bow will be terrible. +1/+1's terrible. The Crash is just the biggest thing, and it's free, so you just chuck it down. All of these suck. But I think Loaming Shaman sucks the least. It's got the best stats. It doesn't have flying, the Griffin Sentinel's close. But hosing a graveyard might be important. Looks like it's going to be a 4/4. Unless we want to go Season of Growth. It's a 4/4 though, that's pretty big. 6/5 Menace, that's pretty big. I'm glad to get that late. 2/2 Wolf +2/2. That's kind of splits it across the thing. It also targets things for Season of Growth. Requires a creature, which sucks, but we'll take it. I mean, take that over a basic land. Take that over a basic land. Alright, Marauding Raptor creatures cost 1 less. That doesn't matter. When you play a dinosaur, it does 2 damage to it. So it's basically, do I rare draft this? Then we've got a 6 mana 4/4, and every turn you can put a 1/1 counter on another creature with flying. But you'd also have to tap it to do that. No, you don't. Never mind. Toughness versus power, untapped creature. Cloudkin Seer is just a 2/1 that cycles itself. That's so good. That is so good. I'm taking that. Spectral Sailor draws a card every single round because you get 5 mana a turn. So you play it and it cycles itself as well. There's the 3rd Foot Soldier we could have had. Necromancer, get a 2/2. Bone Twash is pretty strong actually. Counter a creature, then draw. I think Spectral Sailor's top tier though. Right, maybe gain life, gain extra life. Look at the top 3, put 1 in your hand. See, that's very strong because Anticipate doesn't cost you any mana, but it gives you a selection of what you have instead. So that card is 3 cards. It's a choice of 3 cards. Which makes me think that we're just going to pick that. Alright, reveal goblins, put them in your hand. I don't think we have any goblins. I don't see where we would have got goblins from. I don't see ourselves picking up goblins. Draw 2 cards. I mean, that's going to get picked. There is no way we're not taking draw 2 cards. That's so strong. Alright, bounce creature you control. Reclamation's actually really good as well. Because if my creatures ever start dying, I draw cards. There's the 4th Foot Soldier we could have had. Yeah, I think we'll take Reclamation, and then creatures cycle themselves. Okay, what do we got here? We've got Bone Splinters destroy creature, but you have to sack a creature to play it. So the cost in that is sacking a creature, not the 1 mana. Destroy tapped creature. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, it gets a 1/1. Inspiring Captain's got a bit of burst to him, but the Protector's more reliable. The Golem's the biggest, but that's not quite how that works. Could take Negate, protect ourselves from someone else having some bullshit like Planar Cleansing or the Reclamation. But I think the Griffin Protect is passable here. Then again, I think the way you lose this game is someone just spams like 3 winged words. So I think Negates are pretty good. We're gonna take the Protector. See how it goes. Alright. Death Touch, draw a card. I mean, it just cycles itself. It's free. This is pretty sweet. Can't be countered, reveals exile all non-creature, non-land. So that hoses anything that isn't a creature. But people only have 3 cards in a hand, and if you're not going first... I mean, if you are going... Yeah, if you're not going first, they'll go first, they'll play all their stuff, and then this doesn't do anything anymore. So having the choice of 3 cards, I think Anticipate is still a top tier pick here. Alright, what do we got here? Gain 4 life flyer. +2 untapped. See, that's cool, because you get the 5 mana return, and this gives you something to use that on by having a permanently untapped creature. Also triggers off of our Season of Growth. Gives them an extra 2 toughness, but they also do damage by toughness. It's like +2/2 and permanently untapped. Or we could have just an angel and 4 life. I think we're going to go for the gauntlets. See how it goes. Give something flying, draw a card. That's a nice little cycle. There's a 5th foot soldier. We could have had a nice foot soldier deck. Fire Elemental's pretty big. But is it big enough? Is it big enough to warrant picking? Would I rather have Fire Elemental, or would I rather just draw another card in my deck? I think Fire Elemental's pretty good. I think it just cycles. It's free. Alright, now we're getting into the shit stuff, because there's only 5 cards left. 1/1 double strike, +1/+3 type of creature. A 1/6 crab. That might be tough for people to get through. There's no way we're taking weird specific sideboard hate. So it's between the buff and the crab. I think the crab's better. Okay, just give something flying, draw a card. That's a fine cycle. Creature with flying, artifact, enchantment. More likely to get a creature with flying. Sparring Captain's not bad. Plane sucks. Okay, Golos Tireless Pilgrim. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a land, put it on the battlefield. Well, that sucks. You get 5 mana return, which this gives you, and this lets you find that first land. Okay, so he's not actually that far off of being playable. Let's see what else there is. There's nothing else that leaps out at me. Vorst Claw's big. Reduce to Ashes does a lot of damage. We're going to try for Golos, because we might cut some of these cards like Plummet or Disenchant. Put in a couple of lands. The activated ability gives you the 5, the 1 of each colour. So you chuck this guy down. As long as you have 2 lands, boom, you play the top 3 cards of your deck. That could work. Ambush is pretty strong. 4/4 Flash spawns a 2/2 every turn. Chandra's also pretty strong. -4 than draw cards. Okay, but not as good as this other stuff. We're going to take the Ambusher. Alright, a 1/1 with a sword. That's not very good. Skeleton could be cheeky. Keldon Raider's really good here, because you just throw a card you don't want in the bin and get a new one. And it's a decent body as well. Flash, maybe play something outside of your turn. It's a 1/1 counter. A 6th foot soldier. We could have had 6 foot soldiers by now. And then you've got like the 6 extra chances to draw in your opening hand. And then if you get 1, that's it, you've got them all. And then you just throw down this pile of like 6 2/2s. 4 damage to a creature, 2 damage to the controller. A bunch of 1/1s. Tough. I think the Wharf Chief is the best thing here. We've missed the Foot Soldier Patrol. Destroying a land does nothing. 4 damage to a creature is not bad. That's decent removal. But if we're going to do 4 damage with a spell, a creature that has 4 power is going to be just as good as hosing most things. Crit creature gets +1/+1, can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. You get starts with a wolf on it. That's not bad. The equipment sticks around, gives you something to spend your stuff on. Lockbox I'll pass on. Death Touch Cycle's quite nice, but just cycling into the next card isn't always going to do anything. So we'll take the saddle. Trailblazer. +1 for each elemental. Other elementals get +1. Power. Force Claw's pretty big. When it dies, put it back. That's pretty good because it's free. Triggers the Season of Growth, but I shouldn't be worrying about that. Force Claw's as big as it gets. I'm going to grab that. Alright. Anticipate's really good. I think we just take that. We have 3 Anticipates. We're just going to be picking what we want to play. Soul Savage is nice, but only if you can actually fill the graveyard with something. Epic is okay, but it's just not big enough. Meow! Come on, cat, help me draft. It's between the Epicure and the Soul Salvage here, I think. That's my hunch. We already have a Soul Salvage, we already have an Epicure. That one's card advantage, but only if you have the stuff in your graveyard. But we'll try it, we'll see. +2/2 trample only works if you have a lot of creatures, which you might not have. Force Claw is just as big as it gets. We'll grab a second Force Claw. Destroying a tapped creature is the best thing here. That's weird. These are like sideboard things. That's just +3/3. None of these really do anything. None of them really do anything. Prismite's technically a body, but not good enough of one to do anything. Although I guess you can put stuff on it, turn the mana into other colours. We'll grab Prismite. It's a body on the floor, which is always important. Soulmender doesn't matter, the pup's okay. I have a 2/2 with a 0/1 rather than a 2/2 with Vigilance. Daybreak versus Soulmender, they're both almost equally terrible. I might even just take Plummet, because there's a better chance a creature with flying matters than either of these will ever matter. Ox needs to get cut. Playing sucks. Alright, so we did a draft. We're going to cut a bunch of this stuff. We're going to throw in some lands because we have Golos. And we're going to see how this goes. But we have just 43 cards. We can't cut too much. But thank you guys for joining me. I'll finish the deck and then you'll see me when we're playing it. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.